Hello. I'm still not over how good that opener looks. I just got a glimpse of it again. Um, Hi guys. So, in this video, I'm going to be building a boho looking house. I had mentioned that I just got the movie night pack and it's very boho inspired. I wanted to use a lot of that stuff, but it really requires like a very specific type of house. So I created a very specific type of house so I could use that pack. Um, I am going to be moving, by the time this video came out I already have, but I'm moving RuPaul into this build. I just think it's like, RuPaul is such like a funky guy in real life that he would totally live here. So I also switched it up and I purposefully created the entire shell of the house before going in and decorating, which is a completely new way of doing things for me. I did have to place like one or two things inside just to get a sense of sizing, but after I did that, I built the entire shell. I even have the roof on already, which is very different for me. So I really like this build. It is very colorful. It's a little bit mismatchy. It's a little bit bold. Again, really different from what I normally go with. Like I typically try to keep it pretty safe, like with colors like whites, grays, and that's also just like my personal style. Like I'm a very like light blue, light gray, white, black kind of like person. Um, but I went totally different with everything going on here. Like you can see this cabinet choice already is giving you very like good indication of what this video ultimately ends up, or I'm sorry, what this build ultimately ends up being. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned it in a past video yet, but because I got a new computer, the controls are really different for me now. So this was also like a very good test, aka like very good just practice having the different controls. So on my MacBook where I was playing, on my personal MacBook where I was playing before I just got my gaming computer, I was able to like turn, I don't know if this is going to make any sense. I was able to turn the camera around. I always use the Sims 4 camera, okay? First and foremost, because I know everybody uses the Sim 3 camera, and I also use the Sim 3 camera, but I was using the Sim 4 camera, and I was able to turn around by like using my touchpad and kind of like with two fingers, like moving it, like, I don't know, I'm not explaining it well, but I was able to turn around that way. So I never had any problem with the Sims 4 camera. But ever since I don't know what it is, and I tried for so long to figure out how to change it like back to the controls that I'm used to on my new computer, but yeah, I'm not able to do that anymore, like with the trackpad. So I had to switch to the Sims 3 camera. I'm using a mouse, like a lot of different things are happening right now, and I literally, like the first day that I got my new laptop, my new gaming laptop, and I was playing, and I realized that like the controls were going to be different for me for whatever reason. Like I don't know if it's MacBook to PC or what it is, but I was like freaking out. I was like, I am never going to be able to do this. So just if you see like the camera moving around crazy, like I edited out a little bit of like me just getting like frustrated and being like or like zooming out and just crazy stuff. So yeah, I'm having to like relearn it, which is really annoying. I wish that it was the same. And if anyone knows how, like I went into trackpad settings in my new computer. I went into like I went into gaming options on like my old computer in like The Sims because I still have The Sims installed on my old computer plus the new Sims gaming. I tried everything. I don't know how anyone uses this, but uh yeah, I'm figuring it out. But it was like, again, this was really good practice. Like, it was really good practice. But um, yeah, so I already started furnishing. We've got the movie night couch. I think that chair is from Island Living, but I felt like it went, and I really wanted to use a beanbag. Um, I made it a very big purpose, like going into this build, being like, put a beanbag somewhere. And I'm definitely gonna be using those in like kids' rooms and stuff in the future in like not so boho-y builds, but I really do like the beanbag. I think it's a really cool addition. So yeah, so I'm just kind of, what am I doing right now? I'm just placing some stuff. That wallpaper is also really nice. That's from like the vintage, I think Vintage Glamour step pack. I've never used it before. I actually didn't even know that it came with wallpapers, but it looks awesome. And it comes in a couple different, like you can do like gold and black. Like I can definitely see myself using that again in the future. But I did think that this went really well with like this brick look. This build is like, it is boho-y, but it's also like a little bit, I don't know, industrial is the word. It's, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in this build, but I really like it. And once I go to the upstairs, you'll see like I didn't even do like a hallway or anything. It's just like a little banister. So I did like that too. I don't think that that makes it like a studio. I don't really know what like the definition of like a studio is, but I liked that. I was just like, screw it. I'm not going to do a hallway. I don't have a ton of space. I just made the whole second floor like the master, aka the only bedroom in this build. Um, and I had mentioned, I think in a past couple videos, that like I usually go for family builds because when I play, I like to play families, but I'm trying to branch out. So, and I like how I'm like, I'm trying to branch out, but like I did, like this is so much easier. Like this took so much less of my time. Like I think I like total this build with learning the new controls and everything took like an hour and a half or 2 hours, where like some of my other builds for my first couple videos were like 4 hours. So I'm getting outside of my comfort zone and like learning and doing new things, but also it's nice because it's taking less time. So that is exciting. So yeah, so I mess around with this room a lot. It's all kind of flooding back to me because I built this a couple days ago and I'm just now getting around to doing the voiceover and everything for it. But like the bed changes. I always want to make this bed a thing. I hate this bed. When I see other people's builds and they like are using this bed, I'm like, yeah, it kind of works, but also this bed's hideous. Like it's so ugly. So I really wanted to make it work, but I couldn't. Like I couldn't look past it. It just wasn't vibing with like the rest of the room. Like this room is really mismatched right now. It does come together a little bit later, but yeah, see, like I'm still trying to make this bed work. It's just not cute. It's not cute at all. I don't like it. Um, yeah, so I change everything like 1,000 times in this room. Like I really couldn't get it to vibe for a while, but it does come together. It is a little like still mismatching and weird, but it does come together and it feels like it's part of the downstairs. I feel like at least when I build family homes, like I'll have like a style for the house and then I'll make like the master bedroom kind of similar to the house and then like do like kids' rooms like their own thing. But because this is like a one bedroom, one bath like house, I didn't want it just to be like one thing all throughout. Like even downstairs, like the living room and the kitchen and the dining room all have like kind of similar but different things going on, and I definitely wanted the upstairs, which is like the master and the bedroom and everything, to be a little bit different because it's just more fun that way. So I made the bathroom really basic. Didn't spend a lot of time on it at all, honestly. It was like just throw a sink in there, shower. I put a little bit of clutter, but nothing crazy. I did just, because I just got this new laptop with tons of space, because, like, to put it in perspective, I was using my old, it's not old, I was using my personal MacBook for everything that I've been doing thus far. And it's not a very it's not meant for gaming, and it's not meant for like giant programs and like all of that. So I actually had to delete my phone backup from my computer to be able to like run the packs that I have and run the Sims and like also run like the programs that I use for like screen recording while I'm playing. So now that I have this like gaming laptop with tons of space, I'm also experimenting with mods. And I was always very hesitant to do that because I don't want to give like my computer a virus, but like I'm only downloading mods that like big YouTubers that play are like linking to in their descriptions, so I know they're safe. But long roundabout way of me saying that I'm experimenting with mods. And the first thing I think that I downloaded was like the red shelf to help clutter. So I'm really excited to use it. I haven't done a build in a little while, a couple days, like 2 days. This was the last build that I did, and actually I've just been like playing with mods and stuff now, but I'm really excited to go ahead and clutter everything up with that red shelf. I watched a couple of tutorials on it, and I'm really excited. I think one of the first Sims YouTubers that I was watching is Simlessy, and she uses the red shelf in like every single build. She's also extremely into cluttering things up. I don't have like every single pack, so I couldn't even like clutter things up the way that she does if I wanted to, but I'm really excited to go ahead and get in there and start building and use the red shelf and clutter things up and not have to like move stuff 75 times, because I had to cut out of this video a couple of just like frustrating moments of me trying to clutter something up and just completely failing. So we're getting towards the end of the video. I'm going to add screenshots as always, but I'm really liking this build. I will put it on the gallery and hopefully you guys like it as well. Thank you for watching.